Did you know that the potatoes on your plate take over 100 days to grow? From tiny seeds buried in the soil to the crispy fries you love, there's a fascinating journey behind every potato. But how does it all happen? Let's uncover the secret process of potato farming, from the fields to your kitchen. Proper land preparation is the foundation of a successful potato harvest. It ensures the soil is well aerated, nutrient-rich, and free from obstacles that could hinder root growth. The first step in land preparation is selecting a field with well-drained, loose, and fertile soil. Potatoes thrive best in sandy loam or loamy soil with a pH range of 5.0 to 6.5. Poor drainage can lead to root rot, while compacted soil can prevent proper tuber development. Once the right land is chosen, clearing it of weeds, previous crop residues, and rocks is essential. This allows the soil to be free from competing vegetation and provides a clean surface for plowing. The field is then plowed deeply, up to 8 to 12 inches, to loosen the soil and improve aeration. Well-tilled soil ensures that potato roots spread freely and that tubers develop without deformities. After plowing, harrowing is done to break down large soil clumps and create a fine, even texture. This step is crucial for moisture retention and proper root penetration. To further enhance soil quality, organic matter such as compost or well-rotted manure is added. This improves soil structure, fertility, and moisture-holding capacity. Chemical fertilizers containing nitrogen, phosphorus, and potassium may also be incorporated to provide essential nutrients. Proper leveling of the field follows, ensuring uniform water distribution and preventing waterlogging, which can damage potato crops. Ridging, or making raised beds, is the final step in land preparation. Potatoes are often planted in ridges to promote better drainage, aeration, and root expansion. These ridges are spaced appropriately to allow room for plant growth and easier harvesting. After these steps, the field is ready for planting, setting the stage for a healthy and productive potato crop. Selecting high-quality potato seeds and planting them correctly is one of the most critical steps in achieving a successful harvest. The right seed potatoes ensure strong plant growth, resistance to diseases, and high yield production. Farmers must carefully choose healthy seed potatoes and follow the best planting practices to maximize crop productivity. Selecting the right seed potatoes. Seed potatoes are not actual seeds, but tubers that sprout new potato plants. Choosing the best seed potatoes is essential for a good harvest. The ideal seed potatoes should be certified disease-free, firm, and free from bruises or cuts. Certified seed potatoes are tested to ensure they are free from viruses and bacterial infections, reducing the risk of crop failure. Using non-certified or diseased seeds can result in poor yields and widespread plant diseases. The size of seed potatoes also matters. Medium-sized seed potatoes, about 1.5 to 2.5 inches in diameter, are preferred because they contain enough nutrients for healthy sprouting. If the seed potatoes are too large, they can be cut into smaller pieces, each containing at least 1 or 2 strong eyes, sprouting points. Cutting should be done a few days before planting to allow the cut surfaces to dry and form a protective layer, preventing rot when placed in the soil. Pre-sprouting, chitting for better growth. To speed up germination and encourage early growth, farmers often pre-sprout seed potatoes, a process known as chitting. Seed potatoes are placed in a well-lit, cool environment, around 50 degrees Fahrenheit or 10 degrees Celsius, for 2 to 3 weeks before planting. This allows small, strong sprouts to develop, which helps the plant establish itself quickly in the field. Chitting improves early growth and increases yields by giving plants a head start. Ideal conditions for planting. Potatoes grow best in cool temperatures, making timing crucial. The soil temperature should be at least 45 degrees Fahrenheit, 7 degrees Celsius, for proper germination. If planted too early, cold soil can slow growth or cause tubers to rot. If planted too late, the growing season may not be long enough for full development. In most regions, potatoes are planted in early spring, around 2 to 4 weeks before the last expected frost. The soil should be well prepared before planting, ensuring it is loose, fertile, and well-draining. Overly compacted or waterlogged soil can prevent healthy root development and reduce yields. Adding organic matter, such as compost or manure, improves soil structure and fertility, providing essential nutrients for early plant growth. Planting process. Potatoes are planted in ridges or raised beds to improve drainage and prevent water accumulation around the tubers. The planting depth and spacing are crucial for proper growth. Here is the correct method for planting potatoes. Digging trenches. Trenches about 4 to 6 inches deep are created in the prepared field. These trenches help provide a consistent depth for seed placement. Spacing. Seed potatoes are placed about 12 inches apart within the trench to give them enough space to grow. Rows are spaced around 30 to 36 inches apart, allowing room for proper root expansion and easy maintenance. Placing seed potatoes. The seed potatoes or cut pieces are placed with the sprouts facing upward to encourage strong growth. Proper positioning ensures the plant develops evenly and efficiently. Covering with soil. After placing the seeds, they are covered with 2 to 3 inches of soil. As the plants grow, more soil is gradually added to form mounds or hills around them. Hilling is essential because it supports plant stability, prevents tubers from being exposed to sunlight, and improves yield. Hilling for better growth. Hilling is a critical practice in potato farming. As potato plants grow, additional soil is gradually added around the base to create small mounds. This process prevents tubers from being exposed to sunlight, which can turn them green and make them toxic. Hilling also provides more space for tubers to expand, leading to higher yields. Farmers typically hill potatoes twice or 3 times during the growing season. Watering and early care. After planting, potatoes need consistent moisture to support sprout emergence. The soil should be kept evenly moist but not waterlogged. Overwatering can cause rot, while underwatering can stunt growth. A proper irrigation schedule ensures that young plants receive the right amount of water to establish strong roots. In the early stages, weeds must be controlled to prevent competition for nutrients and space. Mulching with straw or organic matter can help suppress weeds while maintaining soil moisture. As the potato plants grow, regular monitoring is required to check for pests or diseases. Irrigation and proper care during the growth phase are crucial for ensuring healthy potato plants and achieving a high yield. Potatoes need a consistent supply of water, protection from pests and diseases, and regular maintenance to develop properly. Managing these factors effectively can significantly impact the quality and quantity of the harvest. Water plays a vital role in potato farming. Potatoes require a steady and controlled supply of moisture throughout their growth cycle, especially during tuber formation. Proper irrigation techniques help prevent water stress, improve tuber size, and reduce the risk of diseases caused by excess moisture. Potatoes need about 1 to 2 inches of water per week, depending on weather conditions. In dry climates, irrigation should be provided more frequently to maintain consistent soil moisture. After planting, soil should be kept slightly moist to encourage sprouting. Overwatering at this stage can lead to seed rot. The most critical period for irrigation is when tubers start forming. Insufficient water during this stage can result in small or deformed potatoes. Maintaining uniform moisture prevents tubers from developing cracks or becoming hollow. As the plants mature, irrigation should be reduced to prevent excessive moisture, which can lead to rot. About 2 weeks before harvest, watering should be stopped to allow the skin of the potatoes to harden, improving their storage quality. Drip irrigation is the most efficient method as it delivers water directly to the roots, reducing water wastage and preventing excess moisture on leaves, which can cause fungal diseases. Sprinkler irrigation distributes water evenly across the field, but should be used carefully to avoid overwetting the foliage. Furrow irrigation directs water into small channels between rows, providing deep soil moisture and is suitable for large-scale potato farming. Potato plants require regular monitoring and care to ensure healthy growth. Weeds compete for nutrients and water, reducing potato yield. Regular hoeing, mulching, and herbicides can be used to suppress weed growth. Hilling involves piling soil around the base of the potato plants to protect tubers from sunlight exposure, which can turn them green and toxic. This also helps improve root development and stability. Potatoes are susceptible to pests such as aphids, Colorado potato beetles, and nematodes, as well as diseases like blight, scab, and rot. Regular crop rotation, biological control methods, and organic or chemical pesticides should be used to keep crops healthy. Applying balanced fertilizers rich in nitrogen, phosphorus, and potassium at different growth stages helps in strong root development and better tuber formation. Over-fertilization, however, can lead to excessive foliage growth at the cost of tuber size. Proper air circulation and spacing between plants help reduce the risk of fungal infections. Removing diseased plants immediately can prevent the spread of infections. The final stage of growth care involves monitoring for signs of maturity. When leaves start to yellow and wilt, it is an indication that the potatoes are almost ready for harvesting. Ensuring the right balance of moisture, nutrients, and protection during the growth phase leads to a productive and healthy potato crop. Harvesting is the final and most crucial stage in potato farming, as it determines the quality and quantity of a yield. Proper timing, careful handling, and efficient harvesting techniques ensure that the potatoes are collected in their best condition, free from damage, and ready for storage or market distribution. Potatoes are ready for harvest when their vines start to yellow and wither. This usually occurs around 90 to 120 days after planting, depending on the variety and growing conditions. The skin of the potatoes should be firm and not peel off easily when rubbed. Harvesting too early can result in small, immature tubers, while delaying harvest for too long can increase the risk of rot, pest damage, and sprouting. About 2 weeks before harvesting, irrigation should be stopped to allow the soil to dry. This helps toughen the skin of the potatoes, making them less prone to bruising or damage during handling. Dry soil also makes it easier to dig up the potatoes without clumps of mud sticking to them. Harvesting should be done on a dry day to avoid excessive moisture, which can lead to fungal infections during storage. Begin harvesting. The soil around the plants is loosened carefully to prevent cutting or bruising the potatoes. Small-scale farmers often use hand tools like forks or spades to gently dig around the plant and lift the tubers. Larger farms use mechanical harvesters that dig up the potatoes while separating soil and debris. Care must be taken to minimize damage, as even minor cuts or bruises can lead to spoilage during storage. Once harvested, potatoes should be left to dry in a shaded, well-ventilated area for a few hours. This process, known as curing, helps toughen the skin further and heal minor wounds. If exposed to direct sunlight for too long, potatoes can turn green and develop toxic compounds, making them unsafe for consumption. After drying, the potatoes are sorted based on size and quality. Damaged or diseased tubers should be removed immediately to prevent the spread of spoilage. Good quality potatoes are then stored in a cool, dark, and well-ventilated area with temperatures between 40 to 50 degrees Fahrenheit, 4 to 10 degrees Celsius, to prevent sprouting and decay. Proper storage conditions can keep potatoes fresh for several months. Efficient harvesting and post-harvest care ensure that the potatoes reach consumers in excellent condition. Whether for home consumption or commercial sale, careful handling during this stage preserves the quality and extends the shelf life of the harvested crop. Storage and sorting are essential steps after harvesting potatoes, ensuring their longevity and maintaining their quality for consumption or sale. Proper handling during this stage prevents spoilage, sprouting, and disease, preserving the crop for months. Once the potatoes are harvested, they must be dried and cured before storage. Curing is a process where the potatoes are kept in a dark, well-ventilated area at temperatures between 45 to 60 degrees Fahrenheit, 7 to 15 degrees Celsius, and humidity of around 85 to 95% for about 2 weeks. This allows minor cuts and bruises on the skin to heal, reducing the risk of rot during storage. Potatoes should never be exposed to direct sunlight during this period, as it can cause them to turn green and develop solanine, a toxic compound that makes them inedible. After curing, sorting begins to separate the potatoes based on their size and quality. Large, healthy, and damage-free potatoes are selected for long-term storage or market sale, while smaller or slightly damaged ones are kept for immediate consumption. Any potatoes that show signs of rot, disease, or pest damage are removed immediately to prevent contamination of the rest of the stock. Storage conditions are crucial for maintaining potato quality. Potatoes should be stored in a cool, dark, well-ventilated space with temperatures between 40 to 50 degrees Fahrenheit, 4 to 10 degrees Celsius. Storing them in temperatures lower than this can lead to sugar buildup, giving the potatoes an undesirable sweet taste when cooked. If stored in higher temperatures, potatoes may sprout, shrink, or rot. Humidity levels should be maintained at 85 to 90% to prevent the tubers from drying out while avoiding excessive moisture that could lead to mold growth. Potatoes must not be stored in airtight containers or plastic bags, as they need proper air circulation to remain fresh. Instead, they should be kept in open crates, mesh bags, or wooden storage bins with good airflow. Storage areas should be checked regularly for any signs of decay or sprouting, and any affected potatoes should be removed immediately to prevent the spread of spoilage. During storage, it is also important to keep potatoes away from fruits like apples and bananas, as these produce ethylene gas, which speeds up sprouting and spoilage. Keeping them in darkness prevents the development of green spots and bitter flavors that, if stored properly, potatoes can last anywhere from a few months to nearly a year, depending on the variety and storage conditions. Regular monitoring and careful handling during the sorting and storage process ensure that potatoes remain fresh, nutritious, and market-ready for extended periods. Processing and transportation are the final stages in the journey of potatoes from farms to markets, factories, or consumers. These steps are critical to ensuring the potatoes maintain their quality, freshness, and market value while reaching their final destination efficiently. Once potatoes have been sorted and stored, they are either sold as raw produce or sent for further processing. The processing stage involves cleaning, peeling, cutting, and packaging the potatoes based on their intended use. Modern processing facilities use automated machines to wash and remove dirt from the potatoes. After washing, peeling machines remove the skin using steam, mechanical abrasion, or chemical treatments, depending on the required final product. Peeling is essential for potatoes that will be processed into chips, fries, or mashed products. After peeling, potatoes are cut into various shapes, such as fries, wedges, cubes, or slices, using high-speed cutting machines. In some cases, they undergo blanching, where they are briefly boiled and then cooled to preserve texture and prevent discoloration. If the potatoes are meant for frozen products, they go through rapid freezing, often using blast freezers to maintain their freshness and texture. They are then packaged in airtight bags to prevent moisture loss and contamination. For processed potato products such as chips, the slices are fried in hot oil, seasoned, and packed in vacuum-sealed bags to keep them crispy and fresh. Other products, such as dehydrated mashed potatoes or potato flour, go through drying processes that remove moisture and extend shelf life. Some potatoes are processed into starch, which is used in food production and industrial applications. Once the potatoes or their processed products are ready for distribution, they are carefully packed into crates, boxes, or bags. Packaging materials are chosen based on the transportation distance, climate conditions, and storage requirements. Fresh potatoes are typically packed in mesh bags or ventilated boxes to allow air circulation and prevent spoilage. For long-distance transportation, they are sometimes stored in temperature-controlled containers to maintain freshness. The transportation of potatoes requires careful handling to avoid bruising or damage during transit. Trucks, trains, and ships equipped with climate control and proper ventilation are commonly used to move potatoes to markets or processing plants. For international shipments, potatoes must comply with strict import regulations, including quality inspections and phytosanitary certifications to ensure they are free from pests and diseases. During transportation, potatoes are protected from extreme temperatures, excessive moisture, and exposure to sunlight, all of which can affect their quality. Efficient logistics and supply chain management ensure that potatoes reach their destination as quickly as possible while maintaining their nutritional value and appearance. By the time potatoes arrive at supermarkets, restaurants, or processing plants, they have gone through a series of carefully managed steps to preserve their freshness and quality. From farm to table, the entire process ensures that consumers receive high-quality potatoes, whether as raw produce or in the form of processed products like chips, fries, and starch.